Hey everybody, thanks for clicking on this video. This is just a review of some shoes that I bought, steel-toe shoes for my work. They issue us some shoes, but all the steel-toe shoes that they issue us, I cannot stand. They hurt my feet. They've caused calluses on my feet and all kinds of junk going on with my feet because of the shoes that they provide for us. So I got these, ordered these off Amazon. I think they're from China, called Gouta shoes. And I ordered these because they did get pretty good reviews. They're light. They feel heavy in your hand, but when you put them on your feet, they're light. They're nice and flexible. I did notice that the factory insert there's not much of an insert in there, so I got my own. They're pretty hard. I'm just gonna kind of go over the shoe a little bit here. They didn't come in a box. They came in a bag, but I'm not wearing the boxer bag. I'm wearing the shoe. Ordered these. They came in probably 4 or 5 days. I'm going to put the link in the description below. And later on in the video, I'm actually going to do a review over the shoe after it's been worn for about 3 to 4 weeks. And I'm going to jump over to the next shoe because I bought some shoes for my wife. She works at the same place I do. We're on concrete, wooden, and steel platforms all day. We work 7 days a week, 8 hours a day. So we're on our feet for a long time. We walk for, we average around, I'd say anywhere from 3 to 5 miles a day during our jobs. Um, these shoes, I think you pronounce it Larnmern, and they also came from China, I think. Um, but they looked like they were pretty good too. They're nice and flexible. They're soft. They look like they got good grip. They're oil resistant. Both shoes are oil resistant, slip resistant, and they said they're both breathable. So we'll see about that out in the field. Now let's go ahead. That's the factory insert, and it looked pretty cushiony. Let's go ahead and skip it to the actual review of when they were worn for 3 to 4 weeks. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. Alright, I've had both these shoes for about 3.5 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, and I've worn this pair right here, the Gouda shoes, for those 3.5 to 4 weeks. My wife wore these shoes, the Larnmern. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce that name, for the same amount of time. We work at the same place, so we work around seven days a week, 8 hours a day, and we're on our feet for the majority part of the day. We work at a factory, walking on concrete and steel and wooden platforms for most of the day. And we make glass bottles, so we do walk on broken glass during the day. And certain areas of the plant where they form the glass in the hot end, what they call the hot end, there's a lot of grease on the ground. So both of these shoes are excellent with slip resistant. Let me tell you my experience with these shoes here, and then I will go over these shoes a little bit on what my wife said about these. And I actually wore these for 1 day, and I'll let you know about that. So anyway, these Gouda shoes here, for the amount of time that I wore them, they feel heavy in your hand, but they are really light on my feet, and they work very good. You can see I don't know if you can see that in the camera very well. You can see a little bit of cuts and marks in the sole of the shoe. Now I normally go through a pair of shoes where I work at about every 3 to 6 months, and I think these will last about that time, if not a little more. They are nice and breathable. They got this mesh here, and that's what I liked a lot about these shoes, is they are nice and breathable, because where I work in the summertime, it can get really hot, and you'll come home and your feet will be soaking wet. Now I know it's winter time right now, it's February, but from what I've been working at my job for 15-16 years, I think I have enough experience out there to be able to tell you what shoe would do well in the summertime, and I think this is it. And I'm going to put the description below, put the link in the description below for both these shoes, so that if anybody is interested in buying them, trying them out, you can buy them. But anyway, the negative about these shoes that I mean, they're nice and flexible. Let me get into the negative. The negative about these shoes is the factory insert is super hard. So I went ahead and bought what I like. I like the, I don't know if you can see that in there, the Tommy Copper shoes. Or, sorry, the Tommy Copper inserts. I bought those. Those are the ones I like for me. So whatever kind of insert you like, I would suggest if you buy this brand of shoe here, if you're required steel toe shoes at work, get an insert. Get an insert that's comfortable for you, because the factory inserts and the bottom of the shoe is super hard. Now, there's a lot of rubber on this shoe, which I like. The sole, very thick rubber, and man, it grips really well. Even in oil, there's not really much slipperiness with the shoe when you walk through oil. And the glass really doesn't, when I've walked through glass, it really doesn't take a lot of chunks out. There are some chunks in there, but overall, out of 5 stars, I'd probably give this shoe a 4, just because the factory insert in the bottom of the shoe is so hard. If you're going to be on your feet all day, that's going to hurt. So like I said earlier, get yourself some inserts that you like, that are comfortable for you, if you go with these shoes. The steel toe, you don't feel it rub your feet. Like some steel toe boots you get, you can feel that sometimes rubbing your feet, the tops of your feet. These, you really can't tell that the steel toe is there. So let me jump over to these, whatever you call these shoes. I don't know how to pronounce that name, not even going to try. But these shoes, they're nice. They're somewhat breathable. They got a little bit more leather on them than mesh. So they were a little warm. The day I wore them, I noticed that they were a little warm on my feet. Not as cool as the Gouda shoes over here. What I did like about these ones is the factory insert was really nice and cushioned on my feet, and actually had little padded areas throughout the cushion that felt like they kind of massaged your feet a little bit, so that was nice. And also the foam right here on this sole is nice and soft, and when you walk you can actually feel it squish on your heel and toe. So there's a lot of cushion going on there, which was very nice. Now my concern is that if you work in a place like I do, where you're walking on broken glass or anything that could cut up the bottom of a shoe, it's probably going to eat this up really quick. You can see already, well, I can see, I don't know if you can, that there are several little chunks missing out of this shoe, and the majority of the bottom of the shoe is foam. There are some rubber grips in this area and in this area here, but all this, all that, and all this is foam. Now it is steel toe, and it does grip very nice on the floor, on the ground, even on the oil, which was surprising to me because I thought you would slip like crazy with this foam, but it grips well. But my wife did not like them. She said that it bothered her knee on her right leg. She noticed that after about a week her knee started bothering her with these shoes. I don't know if there's a factory defect in the shoe or not. When I wore them, I only wore them for one day, but when I wore them I didn't have that issue. I just didn't really like the way they felt in my feet. I did like the soft the softness of them when you walk. That was nice, but I didn't like how warm they got my feet, and that's not going to work for me and the environment that I work at. If I had to give these shoes a star rating of 1 through 5, I'd give them a 3, just because of, I think that the bottoms are going to tear up faster than what you want. They're not going to last as long as you want, and they're not as breathable. And the fact that they bothered my wife's knee, which normally doesn't happen with a pair of shoes, but I'm not knocking the company because I've seen better reviews than this. It's just our experience. So out of both the shoes, if I had to buy them over and over again, I'd go with the Goudas. Thanks guys for watching this video. I hope this gives you some good information on these shoes. If you would like to get them, again, I'll put the link in the description below. Take it easy. I'll keep making videos. See you later. Give me a thumbs up if you like this. Alright guys, later on.